We are now on page 673, and we're going to be formatting some of the buttons here. And we want to be in design mode, which we are, and right click the first option button in the contact area, and so that would be this one. And we need to make sure we can see all of the text, and we can. And what we're going to do is just delete the text that's there and type in email and click off of it. And I'm not sure why those things don't go away, but we'll try to make them go away like this. And then on the next one, you can also right click on it and choose edit text, and we're going to set this to US mail. And over here on this one, we're going to edit the text, and we're going to set that one to telephone. And we want the right edge of this aligned with, right click on it, there we go, the right edge of column H. And this one looks like it is about right in here. And we want to select all three of these. I'm going to hold the control key down while I click on them. And we want to go, the drawing tools appear, we want to go to the Format tab. And we want to align these. And what we're going to do is we're going to align them all along the bottom. So now they all should be the same level vertically here. And we're also going to distribute them horizontally so they're spaced evenly. And what I'm also going to do here is I'm just going to drop this down just a little bit so it's a little closer to the label over here. Okay, so we formatted those, and now we're going to right click on the email button, and we want to format the email button, and we want the control tab here. And we want this linked to I-40 as an absolute cell reference, $I, $40. And then click on OK. And we want to go to I-39, which is right here. And we want equals index contact comma. Okay. And it puts the word telephone in there for us. Okay, now what's going on here? We're using the index function to look in a table named contact. And we're using what's in I-40 to look up the text. So the contact table is it's way over here, and it's these three cells. And if you look when I select them, they've been renamed contacts. Any reference to contact in my formulas is referring to those cells up there. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to shrink this down a little bit here, and there we go. It's getting kind of small, but watch what happens when I click on these buttons up here. If I click on this one, a 1 appears down here. If I click on US Mail, 2 appears down here. And if I click on Telephone, 3 appears down here. So the formula that I have is going to this table over here, and it's looking up the number that was entered by clicking on the button here, and it's using that number as an index into this table so that we can get something descriptive down there instead of just a number that's kind of hard to remember what it means. Okay, let's go back to normal size here and scroll over. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to change the labels on these items here, these radio buttons or option buttons as they're called here. And we're going to align them, and we're going to put different text in here, and then we're going to do the same thing with the area down here. We're going to look up whatever it was that they selected, and we're going to put a word down there at the bottom. So I'm going to just pause the recording here, and I'm going to go out and change the label. Okay, I've got the text in, and now what we're going to do is we're going to let's see, we're going to move this over. They want that, let me see, let's choose our group box here and raise that up a little bit. And it says try to put this up here around you see the upper left corner of B14. Well, I'm not going to quite get to the upper left corner. We'll do the bottom left. Now let's move this over again. And drag that one over a little bit. Take this one and drag it down about right here. And then I'm going to shift click or control click, I think either one will work here, on all of them. And then I'm going to go and align them on the left. And I'm going to distribute them vertically. And there, that looks pretty good. And now right click the radio promotion button here. That's this one. It's actually not visible in my book on page 676, but that's the top item. And we want to format this, so right click and choose format control, and the cell I'm going to link this to is J40. Okay, and then we're going to go down to J39 down here, which is this one, and we're going to look up information source is the name of another table again. It's been given a name. And okay, there's no value down here for it to look up, but if I go back here and click on one of these, radio is option 1, and actually it's the order over here doesn't make any difference. What matters is the order over here. So radio is 1, television is 2, newspaper, internet, word of mouth, and other. And we can do the same thing here we did. We can kind of shrink this down a little bit. We don't have to go quite as far this time. And if I go here and click on television, it becomes a 2. It looks up row number 2 in my table. Newspaper ad is a 3. It looks it up and gets newspaper ad. Internet ad is a 4. Word of mouth is 5. And other is 6. And it looks them all up. So that's how that works. Okay, now we're at the bottom of page 676. And I want to select the check boxes down here at the bottom. So let's click on this one. Let's make sure we're back in design mode, and let's right click and control click on each one. Okay, and I want yeah, we gotta do these one at a time, I guess. I want this aligned with B28, so that'd be about right there. And I want this one aligned with K28, which would be about right there. And I also need to right click on them and edit the text. And this first checkbox is supposed to say annual auction fundraiser. And this one, right click and edit the text, is supposed to say letter writing. And this one is supposed to say school outreach. And this one is supposed to say Earth Day activities, and the last one over here is supposed to say other volunteer activities. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to click on one, or right click on it, and shift and right click on the other ones here. And we're going to go back to our format, and we're going to align them. We'll align their tops, and we will also distribute them horizontally. Okay. And now we're on the top of page 677, and because checkboxes allow more than one thing to be checked, we're going to have to do this a little bit differently. Let's deselect them now. Let's right click on this one and go to Format Control, and this one I want to be associated with $K $39, and click on OK. And this one I want to be associated with $L $39, click on OK. This one is going to be M. $39. This one is going to be N39, and this last one over here is going to be O39. Click on OK. And now if I go here and I check on the different check boxes, you'll see the word true or false appears in the corresponding cell down below. Whoops. Let's deselect that. Now let's try clicking on it. There we go. And we're up to about 14 minutes here, so I think I'll stop this video and continue on page 677 with the next one.